Hey there guys, welcome back for another Mortal Realms Monday magazine review. This week we are taking a look at issue 64. And with this issue we get 5 Ghast Reapers. Now these are on a different sprue to the last lot that we got. With issue 24 we got these guys, 4 Ghast Reapers, but that was a bit of a bumper issue. That came on a sprue that also included the Glaive Wraith Stalkers and I think another model. Now the instructions in this one I'm assuming are going to show us how to build the bell guy, but as we only have one in the unit of 10 and obviously I've already got one built, I think the instructions last time did show how to build it with one. This time make sure that you do 5 with the scythes, not the one with this, unless your other 4 have scythes, then obviously you can do the guy with the bell. Another thing on this, obviously we've got 5 with this one, plus the 4 is 9. Now I've been told that these running units of 10, so we're missing one. So what I will be doing is using the Cairn Wraith here, Cairn Wraith, as a stand-in for one of them. He's got the scythe, he's got, you know, he looks pretty much exactly the same. So yeah, we got the Cairn Wraith. He'll do as a stand-in, unless obviously you can kit bash something out of the remains of the last one. I don't think, I haven't got any parts to be able to kit bash one, so I'm not sure if they came with any extras, but you could always have a look and see what you can make up. If not, then obviously we've got 9 plus the Cairn Wraith. If you want to use the Cairn Wraith in a battle, then you can agree with your opponent that you use in 10, and as soon as he kills one then you're down to 9, and you just have 9 on the table at the time. Maybe put in a blank base just to represent where that one is, and go with it at that time. Anyway, that's the 5. Like I said, they come on sprues. Now these are glued together, and you'll notice that they're not slaughter base as the other 4 were. So obviously they are from a different set. I think these may be the ones that you get if you buy a box, and you can see here that we are missing an extra sprue, so that would have been another 2 there. So yeah, however that comes, we're missing something from it. Obviously we've got extra chains and hourglass bells and stuff here that we can also stick on, or you can leave off. Entirely up to you what you want to do with them. Me personally, I think I'm going to leave them. I've got some Death Guard conversions that are needing some chains and bells and stuff, so I may end up cutting some of these chains down, put a skull on the end, obviously have the bell and attach them up. Now I've just noticed I've actually got that chain broken. That's come like that, so do check your pieces. But yeah, that's the models for this issue. So let's take a look at the issue itself. So Ghast Malkor, the traitor knight. In life, Ghast Malkor was a liar and a murderer, corrupted by his own endless greed. His reward was assassination, followed by an eternity of miserable service to the Mortarch of Grief and Nagash. Now Malkor commands the spectral legions of Dolorum in battle, bringing doom to the mortal realms. Countless souls are bound eternally to Nagash's undying will. There he is on his throne up there. Now I've tried to adjust the light with this one, guys. Obviously we're still getting a bit of a blur here where you can't see, but it's the best that I can do. It was something there, something here, or something down here. Either way, we were going to get that bit of glare from the lamp, so apologies for that. I'll try and move this about if there's anything important to see, and we'll try and get it out of the glare. But obviously you've got your copies that you can have a look through. So what have we got here? Some Taltooth Strong Arm. I haven't missed anything, have I? Oh yep. Stormcast Eternals, Concussors. Concussors are heavy cavalry who specialised in breaking enemy lines. Riding atop lightning-spewing Dracoths, these daring Stormcast Eternals smash aside enemies with ease, Any foes who dare stand before such a charge are smashed, shocked and shattered, leaving only ashes behind. I wonder if they still have that rule in Age of Sigmar, the shock rule. If you got charged by cavalry on a successful roll, I think it was, the enemy unit would sustain shock, and so they would, I think there was a rule that did something with that. Been quite a while since I played, but I do remember shock being a rule with charging. But anyway, so we got, for the realms, the Great Parch, the Age of Myth. So in the Age of Myth, the Great Parch was home to a wide variety of peoples, and it was the site of legendary battles and conflicts that led to the Age of Chaos. This chronicle details some of the countless events that would define life in the realm of fire for centuries to come. So there was the Duel of the Great Worms, the Rage of Grimnir, the Rise of Civilization, followed by the Seeds of Evil, Twin Nations Rise, and then the Waters of Life. And then some more here. Okay, now we've got the how to build the Grimghast Reapers. So we've got Reaper 1, Reaper 2, Reaper 3, Reaper 4, and Reaper 5. So this guy has chains. Oh no, he's not a Reaper, he is the Extoller of Shaiish. And he has chains. And then you've got 5B, 5C. So 5A, 5B, 5... Now this is a bit weird. Oh, okay, so he is this guy that they've shown us to build. He is this one. So they are showing us how to build this one. If you already have him from the previous, then obviously you're going to have to make him into one of these guys. He does have the parts, I do believe, or at least I hope he has the parts to make the other one. I will have a look and let you guys know in the painting video of that. But I'm assuming that it would just be a case of, instead of attaching these chains to him, you would attach a scythe for his arms and leave the chains off. We'll have to check that, see what parts are left once we've done this. I recommend building 1 to 4 first, and then having a look at what you've got left for 5 to be able to build it into the other one. But I'm pretty sure, looking at this, I mean this one had the chains already moulded in. It is a different sculpt to this. This we have to put them in. So I'm assuming that as we have to put them in, we can leave them out and build it into one of these guys. Obviously this one came with the chains built on and the bits built on, so he has to have them. He had to be one of these. So yeah, build him as one of these. Then we've got the how to paint. Obviously we know how to do these now. We've had enough how to paints. Okay, Order Allegiance Abilities Part 3, Command Traits. So the wars in the Age of Sigmar are filled with countless tales of heroes who have led their armies to victory. Command traits let you customize the leader of your own army. Once you have chosen the general for your army, you can give that general one of the command traits from the table below. You can either choose the trait you like best, or you can roll a d3 to decide. Right, so we've got 1, 2, and then 4. Why is... That's a bit... I think that's a misprint there. That should be a 3, that wouldn't be a 4. A d3 you can't get a 4, so they've made a misprint on this. That'll be 1 for this, 2 for this, and then 3 for this. So yeah, bit of a mess up on there. Now, while we're on the rules quickly, I will say that obviously Age of Sigmar 3rd edition has just been released, which makes all the rules that we are having in this series pretty much redundant. Now, I wouldn't say scrap learning the rules from this. Use the rules and how we're playing this as a foundation to make learning 3rd edition easier. If you're planning on collecting 3rd edition and obviously using 3rd edition rules, learn this, move on to 3rd edition. The rules aren't, as far as I know, when they go edition to edition, they're not drastically changed. There are going to be changes, but not so much that it's going to be a completely different game. So this will give you a basic of what, you know, how we're doing, and these parts as far as rules go with 3rd edition, they're not going to change too much, so don't worry too much about that. It does kind of suck that we're collecting an issue or a magazine that is now technically outdated, but all the models, as far as I'm aware, are still usable. It's not like it's outdated compared to, I don't know, 3rd edition 40k to 9th edition 40k. You know, the models are all still usable. They're still going to have their rules. It is just some of the rules and points costs and stuff are going to change. But if you're playing following the magazine anyway, and the rules in the magazine, then everything that we're learning is going to be work right. And then if you want to carry on with Age of Sigmar and, you know, evolve further using your armies, you would then go out and buy the army books and the 3rd edition rules anyway. So yeah, bit sucky, but it doesn't matter too much. It's not going to affect what we're learning. But if you have any thoughts on that, then obviously let me know in the comments below. Right, now I've just noticed here, so we'll look at this first, and then I'll just mention something about this. So, order command traits. So if you are using the rules for allegiance abilities, you can give your Stormcast Eternals General a command trait, as long as they are not already a unique named character. This guide shows you how to use each order command traits. So obviously that's your different traits. And then we've got the Death Allegiance abilities. So same thing, command traits for the Death abilities. Now they're staying on a 1, a 4 and a 6. So I think their D3 is a bit weird. If you roll a 1, then obviously you would be this. If you had a 2, what would you do? Now a D3 using a D6, a 1 or a 2 will be 1, a 3 or a 4 will be 2, so I don't know why they've put 4 here, and then a 5 or a 6 will be 3, so I don't know why they've put the 6 here. Sorry about that, kids coming home from school, a little bit loud with the doors. So basically a 1 or a 2, 3 or 4, 5 or 6. They should not have done 1, 4 and 6, that doesn't make sense, because what about 2, 3 and 5? So a D3, as we know, should be 1, 2 and 3. So yeah, I think they've messed up with the thing there, which leads me to believe the guys writing these books out, or these magazines out, aren't players of the game, which kind of a bit disappointing. I would love for somebody that's writing these to actually have an idea on what they're writing, and not just grabbing stuff from the rules, or GW paying somebody to type some stuff up for it. It would be nice if these were written by players, you know, people with some experience in Age of Sigmar, but clearly not fully. So then we've got obviously the Death command traits. We've got the Rule of the Night, Master of the Black Arts and Supernatural Horror. Then for the battle, we've got the Road to Damnation. To keep fighting in Akshi, the Stormcast Eternals must secure vital supplies, as a caravan from Hallowheart brings precious provisions to the Hammers of Sigmar in Batar. An ancient Nighthaunt spirit attacks, seeking to strike the Stormcast where they are most vulnerable. So Dark Harvest, and it looks like we get to pick units again from our pretty much completed army now, with just a few issues to go. Obviously I'm on issue 64 here, but I think issue 70 or 71 has just come available this week, or this past week. So yeah, we're coming towards the end of it now. So Dark Harvest, the objective. The battle uses 3 objectives plus the objective. Oh, place the objectives as shown on the battle below. So we're using the single mat still, the most recent one. We've got a 6-inch from the short edge for the Stormcast and the Nighthaunt setup territories. Then 3 inches from the long edge on the edge of that 6-inch. So 6-inch in and 3-inch up, we've got one objective, and then the same on the opposite long edge, and then one smack bang in the centre. And for the armies, for the Stormcast Eternals, you get 2 choices from the Stormcast Heroes, 3 choices from the Stormcast Troops, and any unit with a star next to it takes up 2 choices. And then the same for the Nighthaunt. Now obviously there's quite a lot of models here to go through, so I'm not going to read them out. You guys will be able to see that anyway. But you've got your Stormcast Heroes, so 2 of these guys. And then I think, was it 3? Yep, and then 3 from here. Now obviously if you pick the Evocateurs on Dracolines, then that's going to count as 2, so you only get 1 more unit from here. And same here, if you were to grab the Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger, he would count as 2, so it'd be no more heroes. So in a sense you would have the Griff Charger, the Evocateurs, and then 1 other unit would be your army. Otherwise 2 of these and 3 of these. And the same with the Nighthaunts. Right, so next issue, issue 65, we get 2 more paints. We get the Corax White and the Nylock Oxide. That's with issue 65. And after that, issue 66, we get the Dominion of Sigmar statue. So obviously this one, the last time I did it was in Marble Effect. I'm not too sure what I will do with this. I may end up just doing the file. I haven't done one of these yet, so that'll make it nice and quick painting video for that issue. And obviously issue 65, because it's paints, will be part of issue 66. So this week I'll show how to paint a Grimghast Reaper, and you can check the video for that as always up in the top corner there. And next week will be issue 65 and 66 together, where we'll paint the little fire sconce thing. Anyway, that does bring it to the end of the issue, guys. Obviously you've got the prices up on your screen, what you're saving and that for the models there. So thanks a lot for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're newly subscribed to the channel, big warm welcome to you. Thank you for your support in subscribing. And if you're not yet subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button and tick that little bell, or ding that little bell, for notifications on upcoming videos. Obviously we've got all the Mortal Realms series, and as we switch into Imperium, we'll get Imperium Mondays instead. And obviously I'll try and fit in a few videos here and there. If you have any thoughts, comments or feedback on this issue, or any other issue, or anything else you would like to see from the channel, comment down below. Leave those comments, get interacting. A lot of you have you know, been encouraging me with your comments. You know, it's really nice to see those comments thanking me for the videos, and you know, your support, much appreciated. Awesome to see some of you guys enjoying the video and leaving that feedback. And yeah, that's the end of the issue, or the episode. Until next time, guys, take it easy, keep painting those minis.